Hello and welcome to Talk Vietnam. This is Quốc Khánh. In the previous clip, you have just met our featured guest for today's show, a Dutch engineer and businessman who has spent 25 years in Vietnam, where he calls his home. Vietnam is also the place where his passion for running flourishes, even when his both two legs have gone under serious operation. So what is so special about his love for Vietnam? Let's find out today. Please welcome Marcel Lenast.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for coming. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
25 years in Vietnam.
It's a long time. I've seen lots of changes.
Quarters of a century. How do you feel right now, looking back since the very beginning, very first day in Vietnam?
Well, my very first day in Vietnam was actually from the day of arrival, just excitement. Every day you see something strange, something new.
Yeah.
People are very friendly.
Like 1992, 95 back then?
Well,
right?
the first time was 1992,
okay.
just as a tourist.
Yeah.
And I came back for my final training studies in 1995.
I can't imagine so many things happening and changing.
It's like almost flat.
What brought you to Vietnam at that time?
I used to live in Germany for 8 years. And when I came back from Germany back to Holland, most of my friends were actually Asians, so Chinese and Vietnamese.
Yeah.
It was much easier for me to deal with Asian people than with Dutch people.
Okay.
So for me it was automatically in 1992, okay, let's go to Asia. And my Vietnamese friends said, okay, if you go to Asia, you must visit Vietnam. After my studies were finished, I said, okay, let's go back to Vietnam, try to find a job. So I returned to Vietnam, tried to find a job.
Okay.
Totally empty pocket, no money. I had to fly back to Holland, and basically the same week there was a fax. Please return to Vietnam. We have a job for you.
Okay. What made you decide that you want to come back to Vietnam to get a job?
A big part was people, and of course everything was new for me. And there were no foreigners over here, so somehow you're special. Everywhere you came, people welcome you. I got the job. I even didn't bother to ask actually what my job actually was going to be. I was just very happy, go back to Vietnam. So I came back to Vietnam, and then on the first day was, hey, here are the books for you, please start reading. I started reading about the water park. I was wondering, what do I have to do with water park?
The Saigon Water Park, right?
Yes, correct.
Man, that was the first kind of it. Yeah, the first time we have something like that in Vietnam. I can remember that time when I was still a kid.
It was an absolutely fantastic project to do. When I arrived, I had no clue at all I was going to do that project. But I came over here, okay, I signed the project, and every day was absolutely amazing.
What did you do for that project specifically?
Electrical construction.
Electrical engineer.
Flood lighting, pump installation, wave making machines, earthing, lighting protection, generator installation.
At that time, did you know that you're gonna stay in Vietnam for a long time, or it just kind of the job that you?
Well, I was expecting maybe 2 or 3 years. I mean, after maybe 2 or 3 years,
the
maybe.
plan in your head is just 2 or 3 years, right?
I might go to study something or do something else. But after 3 years, okay, 6 months more, 1 year more, 2 years more, 5 years more, 10 years more, and now still here.
Marcel Lenast was born in the Netherlands in 1971. Growing up, most of his friends were Vietnamese. He was impressed by their friendliness and welcoming nature, and became one of very few Dutch people to join many Asian parties at that time. In August 1992, Marcel visited Ho Chi Minh City for the first time and stayed in one of his friend's house. He was determined that he would be living in Vietnam sooner or later. When Marcel had to do his final study subject in 1995, he decided to find a company in Vietnam, even though it didn't have anything to do with microelectronic or telecommunications. After some trying, his first real job in Vietnam was at Conenco Constructors as the supervising engineer of the constructions of Saigon Water Park. It was an incredible challenge, and until now, and to him, it was one of his most favorite projects ever.
What do you like the most about Vietnamese culture? Do you find it interesting?
Everything is open, basically. So if you look back to Europe, for example, in Holland, if I would like to invite you to go somewhere, 2 weeks in advance, I must make an appointment. Yes, phone you up. Okay, Gen, are you available after 2 weeks? If it's done, pick up the phone. Hey, Are you available?
Come
Okay,
now.
Go.
So it's more like
Yes.
spontaneous, no plan.
Very easy, yes.
Very easy.
And the other thing, of course, specifically in Holland, if you go to eat, often they will say, at 5 p.m. we're going to eat. That's fine. 10 to 5, in 10 minutes we're going to eat. That's fine. At 5 p.m., could you please leave and maybe come back after 2 hours? Whereas in Vietnam, if people go to eat, they say, please stay, stay, stay. And they keep giving food to you.
This small house on Hung Phu Street, Ward 9, District 8, Ho Chi Minh City, which belongs to Ho Thị Hiếu and her family, was where Marshall lived when he came to Vietnam for the first time more than 2 decades ago. Marshall once said Vietnamese people might be poor in terms of finance, but they are rich in terms of love. He's always grateful for the people who sheltered him and helped him in this country.
Cách nay 20 mấy năm thì một ngày đẹp trời có một chiếc xe taxi đậu ở trước nhà, thì có một chàng trai trẻ người ngoại quốc, gương mặt sáng sủa, bước xuống xe kéo một cái vali tiến vô nhà, mỉm cười thân thiện. Chàng trai trẻ ấy đưa cô một lá thư. Sau khi đọc lá thư thì cô biết chàng trai trẻ ấy là tên là Marcel, sinh viên nghèo ở Hà Lan, là bạn của cháu cô ở Hà Lan. Cô là người Việt Nam, cô muốn cho người nước ngoài có cái ấn tượng tốt về người Việt Nam. Do đó cô đối xử với Marcel như con cháu trong nhà.
Each time he comes back here, Marshall took a photo album with him for people to recall old memories. For Marshall, this period of time made him fall in love with Vietnam and Vietnamese people.
Marcel rất thích Việt Nam. Khi mà trở về Hà Lan thì Marcel gặp bạn bè, người thân. Thì Marcel cũng khoe là Việt Nam, đất nước Việt Nam tươi đẹp, con người Việt Nam tốt bụng, thân thiện, con gái Việt Nam đẹp, ngoan hiền. Marcel chọn Việt Nam là quê hương thứ hai. Từ đó Marcel ở đây luôn. Thì tối ngày Marcel nói chuyện vui không à. Nhưng mà quên lâu quá.
He has spent more than 20 years in his second home, so for Marshall, Vietnam and Vietnamese people are always beautiful. Marshall once said he loved running all around the country to enjoy the magnificent sceneries here.
I want to talk about your legs situations back in the day when you have surgery, operation for both 2 legs.
Correct, yes.
What happened?
The problem with me was my bones were growing, but my tendons didn't grow. So my legs started to deform. And step by step it was more and more painful. So finally, I'm not sure for my age, but I got the operation on both legs. So that to cut the tendons and break the bones actually to restructure.
So you did the operation back home in Holland?
Back in Holland, yes.
And then but before that, you do running before that as well?
A lot, yes.
But then with the surgery, you have to take a break for how long?
I took a break, I think for about 1 or 2 years. Then got back into running, but basically the running was on and off. So it's start running, went all very well, stop again, start again, stop again.
Did the operation affect your running performance after that as well?
No.
You go back to normal?
Back to normal.
Back to normal?
Yes. The only thing is for military service, I was totally declined. And basically they told me with your legs you can't walk at all. You can't run with your legs. Before coming to Vietnam, I had the operations on both legs. Then I got back into running. But problems for my right feet, there were still troubles. It was so painful. So I really want to do one more operation back home. But then I moved to Vietnam. And there was just no time for it anymore. And in Vietnam, I went to some hospital over here, and they said we don't want to do operation. So I waited for many years. until my friend Rudy, you know him, yes, okay.
Rudy, yeah.
Yes. So he
He's
pushed
very
me.
passionate
yes.
running too.
So he pushed me to start running. It was the most painful run I've had in my life, probably.
Because after the surgery.
Oh no, it's 20 minutes run. 20 minutes run on the treadmill.
On
yes.
the treadmill. I hate running on a treadmill,
yes.
man.
And for the first time in 15 years time running.
Okay.
So it was out of shape, overweight, and it's too painful.
When did you have the passion of running? When did you realize that you have that passion?
Of course, my brother, because he was running very well. He was
He is a professional runner?
no, he's just an amateur, but he was pretty fast. I think he did the full marathon under 2 hours 50. So
Wow, that's like, yeah.
yes, not bad
Way.
at all.
Yeah.
But for me, he was also the big brother, yes, and he made it all look so easy. And I was struggling behind it.
When was your first running race?
My first running race must have been when I lived in Germany.
Oh, back in Germany.
Yes, so I think I must have been around 12 years old, I think.
What was the distance? How long?
I have no clue. I can't remember.
How about-
not along.
When recently, like when you become an adult, then what was the first race in Vietnam?
First race was in Hoi An, the Hoi An triathlon.
Oh, the
It was in
trial. Okay.
I think it was 2007, I think.
2007.
Or I may have had one more triathlon before that. I think it was in Monaire. Probably Monaire, because I didn't have a bicycle. And Rudy signed me up. And only 2 days before
That
the
was
race.
the running or the triathlon?
Triathlon. And
Wow.
Yes. And so 2 days before the race, I bought a bicycle for very cheap, 2 million dong.
What do you love most about running? What does it mean to you?
New friends. First of all, new friends. Secondly, is mindset. The whole thing is very. I will say, if you're competitive in running, yes, you're also competitive in other things. So. If you run a business and things don't go as expected, you might say, "Wow, man, I give up." But with running also, there's a finish line, and you want to come to the finish line.
When was your first full marathon race?
I think I would need to look it up. But I think 2017.
2017.
But before I did full marathon, I ran 2 times 100 kilometers. I did 90 kilometers. I did 75 kilometers, and only then I did my first full marathon.
What is your best personal best record now for full marathon?
4 hours 22.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's my target as well.
Still too slow.
Under 5 hours.
Well, my target is under 4, but
How long does it take for you to reach that level under 5 hours for full marathon? How long does it take for you to practice?
not too long, I think. Maybe 1.5 to 2 years, maybe.
Okay.
But the key of training is consistency.
Consistency.
And know where you train and how to train. Because most people, they train very hard. Okay, similar to me before. I was training really, really hard.
Yeah.
I did not improve at all. Then I took a coach, and the first thing my coach said, okay, slow down, yes, take it more relaxed, work on endurance, and suddenly, wow, everything goes much, much faster and better.
Marcel began rediscovering his passion for running in Vietnam with a challenge set by his friend, Rudy van Boort. In 2004, Marcel was challenged by his friend to running 20 kilometers on a treadmill in Saigon. Marcel said that was his slowest and most painful run ever in his life. He won't allow the problems with his legs to prevent him from moving forward, so he took part in many small and big races after that. The races will for him to build up his fitness and resilience, as well as to inspire and motivate other people. Anyone who has run with Marcel can see his passion and determination.
Marcel is an energy ball. I think he's very energetic. He's never tired, and with his energy, I think he pushes a lot of people. He really motivates people. He encourages people and never to give up, and he keeps on pushing. I'm sure if you have seen him running or leading the run club, I'm sure you have seen him like really giving 100% to the people, motivating them.
Tôi nhớ nhất là có một buổi đó là khi mà chạy ở cái khu Sala quận 2 thì đang chạy thì trời mưa. Thế là Marcel không cho cả bọn nghỉ, bắt tập tiếp. Thế là cố gắng thêm được chắc là được khoảng 2-3 phút gì đó nhưng mưa to quá. Thế là anh chạy trước, cả bọn núp mưa. Nhưng mà qua đó là thấy được cái tinh thần của Marcel là anh rất là tâm huyết.
I think Marcel, he's very important in a way that he basically ties everybody together and ensures that the club keeps going on regardless. It's rain, it shines, it's snow. we are here regardless. So at times we only have like 2 people in the group, but we still come because we want to make sure that people know that we are always here.
After 16 years of running in Vietnam, Marcel has succeeded in many small and big races, including ultra marathons. Marcel has proved to everybody that as long as they have passion and can hold on to that passion, they can overcome many challenges, including personal disabilities.
So I guess with that passion, you have participated in many, many races in Vietnam.
Yeah, too many.
Yeah, too many.
Too many.
Do you remember like how many races have you joined so far?
I don't know how many so far, but if we don't consider COVID, then for this year I was registered for 13 races.
13 races, yes. So it's like average 1 race per month.
Yes, and normally I will never advise people to do the one, yes. But for certain reasons I said, okay, I need to have a mental break, yes. And a mental break was for me, okay, sign up for lots of races, but some of the races will just be considered as a training.
Okay.
So, stupid enough, I signed up for a 230 kilometer run in Thailand on the 23rd of October. So, I'm nowhere ready for that one currently. So I signed up for VMM. That's 100 kilometers for the
mountain
ultra trail.
marathon in
Yes,
Japan, yeah.
yes, 100 kilometers, and those are actually training races.
It's crazy, 100
to
kilometers. Yeah. So from all the races you have joined so far, what are some of the biggest memory, unforgettable moment that you can remember now from all the races so far in Vietnam?
Okay, in Sapa.
Sapa, yes,
Yes.
that's my favorite destination.
Yes,
That was 100 kilometers trail.
Correct.
Right.
But 2 years ago, I did a 70 kilometers run on Saturday, and a friend, some friends of mine, they were waiting for me at the finish line.
Okay.
And later they said message to me, hey, what time do you finish? So, I think maybe 3 hours more. Well, 3 hours became 4 hours more, 5 hours more, 6 hours more. And finally they said, we wait for dinner for you. So I felt so guilty, letting those people wait over there. So I tried to push and push. Was the biggest motivation I have ever had.
Wow.
And then I need it there. But actually the last bit in VMM is way harder than the first part. So I felt so guilty when I was finished. Finally I was finished, went to them and said, ta-da, here's the food. And I'm so sorry, I can't eat anymore. I'm not hungry at all.
Man, I think for the last 10 kilometers until the finish line, when your leg is so tired, and it's all about the mindset, right? The mental thing, the mental strength.
Oh, everything hurts, yes, and everything says, there's
feel your
beer
body
at the finish line.
I know, right? It's a mental thing that keep running,
Correct.
keep going, right?
Yeah.
For now in Vietnam, there's so many races, running races, almost every month. Like a very positive movement, a big good spirit for everybody. But back then, I believe in like 10 to 15 years ago or 20 years ago,
There was nothing.
Yeah, well, tell me about how the running scene looked like at that time. Nobody run.
There was no running scene at all. I tried a few times to do
no race at all.
Nothing at all. I tried to go running outside, and people just look at you like, "Wow, crazy foreigner! What are you doing?" You know. And some of the cycle drivers and taxi, "Hey, stop! Do you need help?" I don't need help. I'm running. And they just look like,
it's just
why
saw
would you
foreigner
want to
just
run?
running on the street. They don't know what you're doing.
Indeed. So for 15 years I didn't run at all, basically, until Rudy asked me, okay, get back into running. That was, I can't remember when, but I think in 2004 that Rudy asked me to go running. Then between 2004 to 2008, I think, we did a bit of training in the gym, but very short distance. Then I got my insoles made via ACC. And since I got my insoles made, I went back into proper running.
I'm trying to convince my friend to do running. And then they said, this is very boring. What did you do like for 1 hour, 2 hours when you do long run by yourself along on the street with, the sun?
Sunshine or rain. Or
it's such a boring sport. What keep you running? What keep you motivating? I want to hear that from you, from your answer.
I think for newcomers, I also say, first keep the distance short, yes, and make sure no injuries. But once you get injuries,
short,
it becomes really
fun.
boring.
Yeah.
First very short, but keep the things run together. So if you run together first, keep talking. And once you keep talking, people forget about the pain in the legs, the mental pain.
Yep. Keep practicing, keep running,
Keep
and
practicing,
start
yes.
with the short distance
Yes.
first.
And slowly build up indeed, and find a training buddy, yes, who supports you and who makes it look easy. Because the thing is, if you run with a friend who makes it look very easy, you think like, wow, I want to be like him or her.
The challenging and beautiful terrain of Vietnam is perfect for runners looking for a worthy challenge. Over the past few years, Vietnam has launched a raft of exciting marathons, an excellent reason for runners to visit. Make new friends and discover the beauty of Vietnam one stride at a time in these top 10 Vietnam marathons. Hà Nội, Hạ Long, Sapa, Đà Lạt, Mộc Châu, Mai Châu, Pù Luông, Hà Giang. But two most favorite marathon events are held in Da Nang and Ho Chi Minh City. Lined with sparkling new hotels and resorts, Da Nang City is the site of one of the most beautiful races in all of Southeast Asia, the Manulife Da Nang International Marathon. This annual run comes in a variety of distances, from a single kilometer dash to a daunting full-length marathon. Relax in a well-shaded beach chair or reward yourself in one of Da Nang's countless seafood restaurants after you've crossed the finish line. Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam's biggest commercial hub, is home to enormous skyscrapers, millions of motorbikes, and the largest competitive sporting event in Vietnam. In 2019, Ho Chi Minh City International Marathon engaged 13,000 runners from 64 different countries. The urban course takes in 6 unique districts of the city, as well as some of its most iconic landmarks.
So you have completed many races, let's say half marathon, full marathon, Ironman 70.3 distances, ultra run and ultra trail as well.
Correct, yes.
So many races in different formats.
Yeah.
What was your most fulfilling part? I mean, what experience that you love the most?
Seeing the finish line.
The finish line.
The finish line,
everything.
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Which one is the hardest, you think? The ultra trail or Ironman or full marathon?
Well, I think a full marathon is one of the easy ones, yes.
Okay, compared to trail.
But mentally, it's very strong, yes. Well, because the thing is, okay, the first half always goes very well. Then you come to about 30 kilometers, then your brain says, hey, it's enough. Either if your legs say, okay, everything's fine. Mm-hmm. If you do trail, okay, the thing with trail is either you're totally exhausted, you enjoy the view. Yes, so it's really nice. Yes, and often the other thing with trails is a bit more social. So doing a trail, you go first. Let me help you. You want my drink? It's a road run.
The magic of the beer.
It's just
cold beer.
focus. Yes.
So trail and Ironman, which one is the hardest to you?
Trail is harder, I think.
Trail is harder.
Yes.
Yeah, but the sightseeing worth the view, worth this experience when you can enjoy the view of the mountain.
Because Ironman just focus on push. Yes. Mm-hmm. But for trail, it's actually in overall the ultra trail, just totally for the total far more heavy, but it's way more enjoyable.
So you went to many different races in different locations in Vietnam. Yes. Which location that brought you the most experience, fulfilling experience?
I think Sapa and Da Lat, I think.
Sapa and Da Lat, yes. Yeah, beautiful sightseeing and mountain.
Indeed. beautiful mountains, nice weather as well.
Yeah. What would be the advice that you gonna give to a newcomer who want to try to join a triathlon race or get trained for triathlon and just want to try to experience the sport? What would be your advice from an Ironman coach, certified coach?
So my first advice is, don't sign up for an Ironman 70.3, yes, but do some short distance triathlons, yes, and train with a group as well. So if VNTC, for example, they've lots of participants, join them, okay, and learn from the people who've done it before. Yeah. So don't be stubborn and listen to what people say, like nutrition, hydration, how to train, don't overtrain, yes, hold back, and for the first triathlon that you do, make sure you will enjoy it and finish with a smile. Because if you push, you finish with injuries, yes, then
it's not enjoyable, right?
You don't enjoy it anymore, and probably it might well be the last triathlon you will ever do.
Man, the first one or and the last one. If you got injured very bad.
Yeah.
Run Club was founded in 2013 in Ho Chi Minh City by two co-founders, Philip Nguyen and Badi Pham. Later on, the management of Run Club was transferred to Marcel Lennart until today. Each person has their own reason to join Run Club, but they have one thing in common: training and become connected to others.
We created the Run Club as a content, as a case study for everyone to see that there is a space where people can get together, being healthy, having fun together, and being even sportive, active. The Run Club was meant to inspire people, to motivate people, and to really engage a lot of people, introducing a new type of lifestyle.
Mình có tiền sử là bị suyễn á, cho nên mình hiểu được rằng là bị suyễn thì cái hệ hô hấp của mình á thì cần phải cải thiện. Tại vì càng lớn tuổi thì sẽ sợ rằng là cái bệnh suyễn nó sẽ tái lại khi mà cái hệ miễn dịch của mình nó giảm. Thì chính vì vậy mà mình tìm đến môn chạy bộ. Marcel luôn luôn sẽ chia các cái group ra làm 3 nhóm. Ví dụ nhóm chạy nhanh, nhóm chạy trung bình và nhóm chạy chậm. Và sẽ cùng nhau là hỗ trợ lẫn nhau. Đó là lý do tại sao mình nghĩ rằng là mình thích Run Club. Bởi vì là khi mình vào mình sẽ không có cảm giác mình bị bỏ rơi.
The running society is improving all the time and everything, and we can see that more and more groups is growing up, and the more people is joining.
Everybody has their own goals in running. Some people come here to basically lose weight. Some people want to have a healthy lifestyle. Some people want to train to finish a marathon.
Over the past few years, running has become a favorite sport for many people. After 7 years since its foundation, Run Club has gone a long way and become a social arena for people who share a hobby.
First, when I started to run for 4 years ago, people was looking at me like I was crazy. That was not taking a motorbike instead of running. But now it's more like everyone is doing it.
Tạo thành thói quen rồi, cho nên là mỗi một tuần là tự động cứ tối thứ tư là mình sẽ xếp một cái lịch dành cho Run Club, xếp lịch dành cho cái sở thích của mình.
Đôi khi là làm biếng, đi làm đến cuối ngày là rất là mệt mỏi rồi, cho nên là không thích đi. Thì khi đó là Marshall là sẽ bắt đầu là nhắn tin là tối nay bắt buộc phải đi, rủ rê thêm bạn phải đi, tức là phải cố gắng vượt qua chính mình.
A lot of little scenes during the time there. For example, we had like run clubs running in the rain, where people are not used to running in the rain in the past, so it was like kind of like an obstacle for people. But we make it really a fun out of it, running in the rain, high-fiving each other, and it became really something funny, and we had a good time all together.
Have you witnessed the shift or the change in local attitude towards running? Like the people's attitude in Vietnam and how they see running, how they view the sport? Do you see the changes from what happened before?
Yes, a very big difference. So the first Ho Chi Minh City Run was organized in 2013. Lots of people signed up, and lots of people have never run before. So they just joined.
The first timer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So lots of people, they were struggling even to finish it, either 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers. Then the years after, you see that more and more people, they say, wow, some people become casual runners just for fun. Other people become social runners to find a boy girlfriend. And other ones become really competitive, say, wow, I want to be the best.
Wow. So for now, like the local runners, they think about running is different, more competitive.
Totally different, yes. More competitive, and actually there's some very good runners between, really good runners.
Yeah. When you have this routine of running, then it helps you with self-discipline, I guess, time management and your fitness, of course.
Yes.
And also the mental fitness as well when you do a lot of exercise regularly.
And lots of new friends as well.
Yeah,
really
many
many
friends, because whenever you join the race, you see a lot of friends joining the races as well, and even a group of friends can join the race and have a good time together.
When I was young, I also thought, if I'm 25 years old, and a person who's 50 years old is very, very old. Really, it's like grandpa almost, yes. But now I'm grandpa. I'm nearly 50 years old, yes.
You're almost 50 and you feel younger than ever.
I feel like 18. Yes. I've lots of friends, yes. 20 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, 70 years old even. And for me, it's just they just all runners. So
Thanks to running.
Yeah.
Thanks to running. So with your passion for running and your relationship with Vietnam, your love with Vietnam, do you plan to do something about the running scene for the country? I mean, you have experience as a race director.
Yeah.
You are a Ironman certified coach. Did you plan to do something?
The thing I really want to do to give back to people as well. So train people, help people as well. At some point, the thing I would love to do, but it takes a lot of time. Train children. So get children to start running.
That's the one too.
Because the thing in Vietnam is, you have a lot of people with lots of talent. They're not aware of it. I'm pretty sure you know him, Quang Chen. Yes. He's very, very fast. He's a very nice runner.
Yeah, Quang Chen is famous in trail running too.
He's very fast, very social, a really nice guy, yes. But he only started running a couple of years ago, yes.
Wow,
so
it's late,
If he would have started 20 years ago,
then it would be
it would
much
be
different.
Absolutely amazing. And I'm sure there are more people like him somewhere in the country, yes, but they do not know that they are a good runner.
The younger we start, the better we get, right?
Yes.
What do you think is the best way to convince people to join running sport or to get the word out, to raising the spirit of running activity for newcomers?
I think if you have friends. So if your friends running, yes, it's easy.
Like peer pressure.
Yes, it's a bit of peer pressure. So I had a few of my friends also. I told them, okay, please come running, and they come running. I pushed them maybe for 1 or 2 years, and finally, I give up. I've had enough of you. I come running one time. So after one time running, actually not too bad. More, and so, okay. Finally, they become seasonable runners, yes, and they push the other people. And a very good example is one of my former colleagues. I asked so many times, please come running, and he never joined. Then I think I got some free tickets for the vertical run, for the Batexco. So I got a free ticket for a vertical run, and he was actually so happy to join, but he didn't want to show up, completely out of shape. So he started walking a bit, jogging a bit.
Yeah.
Then finally, I asked my other colleagues started walking and jogging, and step by step, he did more. Then he did his first 5-kilometer race, I think his 10-kilometer race. Then he joined, I think, Da Nang 21 kilometers. Then he ran the full marathon in Da Nang.
Yeah.
Yes, and he was crying when he finished. It was amazing.
Amazing experience when you get your friend to join you and it become a routine.
And he really, really loves it.
Yeah, when you had a group of friends who can travel together to many different locations for the races, that would be the best experience.
Yes.
After spending more than 2 decades in Vietnam, Marcel is almost a true Vietnamese person now, apart from his voice and his look. He has met so many lovely people, gained a lot of valuable experience, and had a happy family. Marcel has never regretted choosing to live in Vietnam. He even wants to contribute further to the country and develop his career alongside its growth. When people across the country were making joint efforts to fight COVID-19, Marcel posted on Facebook calling for expats to message donation hotline 1407 to contribute to the pandemic prevention and control. Marcel said he and many other expats who love Vietnam and Vietnamese people are willing to help the country overcome the pandemic because Vietnam has become their second home.
I see that you were calling people to donate money to the fight of COVID-19. What do you think about Vietnam's effort in fighting with this disease?
I think, to be honest, outstanding. Absolutely, number one. Because for the schools, for example, I remember Vietnam was the first case, and straight away all schools were closed or stayed closed. And personally, I thought, wow, it's overreaction. There's no need for. Looking back, I think
that's a good decision.
It was a very good decision. At that point, I thought, wow, I would have never made that decision myself. So I think they did a very, very good job.
It's good to be in Vietnam at this time,
yes.
right?
Well, it's here better than back home.
I know, right? And we can start training outside, outdoor right now without mask, and we can start.
Because training with mask is too hot, and it's,
I just can't do it. You know, running with the mask.
Face sauna.
Yeah. How do you think that running changed yourself?
A lot, in many ways.
Yeah.
First of all, general fitness, schedule as well. So before when I didn't run too much, yes, some Saturday mornings, yes, you hang around in bed, wake up late, don't get motivated to do anything. But now I have a run club, so for me it's actually on schedule. Then I have to run. So people are waiting for me. I have to go running. Once you have a schedule, your whole week is more enjoyable. And at the end of the week, you say, "Wow, I've done something." Or before, it was really great. After 1 week, man, I had so much time. I wasted so much time actually of my life doing nothing or not effectively watching movies.
So after 25 years in Vietnam, man, so now what are you looking forward to?
The next 25 years.
The next 25 years. And now you're nearly 50 years old, but feeling 18.
So,
and you still running faster and faster, right?
Well, I'm still improving, but never know when I hit the big wall. It's,
all right, good luck with your next goal and your next performance. Thank you so much for sharing.
Okay.
That's the story of Marcel Lenard. He's nearly 50 right now, and the passion of running is still rising. And I hope that inspires you to start running. And if you want to try the triathlon sport, he could become your coach. He's the third Ironman certified coach in Vietnam, and for now Vietnam have a lot of races that have been organized across the countries when we can enjoy the races along with a lot of sightseeing in Vietnam. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.